All right, welcome to Your Time, Your Money, the show where your time is just as valuable as your money, and we know that. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please share these episodes, like and subscribe. Those are the best things that you can do, as well as send in your advice as far as other topics that you would like to hear us cover. Today, we're going to cover in general municipal bonds, and they may or may not be suitable for you, but hopefully after today's episode, you'll know a little bit more about them and why people invest in municipal bonds. So let's delve into it. What is a municipal bond? A municipal bond is a debt instrument. So basically, it's a person that's buying a bond is loaning money to a municipality, such as a school district, the Port Authority, a thruway association, a bridge authority. How municipalities raise money for some of these large capital projects is by selling bonds, basically getting money from individual investors to go forward with those projects with the promise to pay them back plus interest or some type of return, right? So where a municipal bond would be useful is if you're looking at wanting to create some monthly money in the form of a dividend check or interest coming to you. You might want to invest in a municipal bond mutual fund. Maybe you want to build individual municipal bonds themselves, individual bonds into your portfolio for some diversification and tax advantage. And the most important part about municipal bonds is what I just said, and that's the tax advantage structure to them. Because the federal government and the state government can't tax each other, municipal bonds offer a distinct tax advantage. So those interest or dividends are not federally taxable. Now, the benefit is to buying a municipal bond in the state you live in is that the state also gives you a tax advantage, generally speaking, to municipal bonds. So I live in New York State. If I were to buy a New York State municipal bond, I may not pay federal taxes, state taxes, or even local taxes. And you might say to yourself, well, I don't have any local taxes that I know about. Well, if you live in Yonkers or somewhere down to the city where the city has a tax, they're usually generally exempt from those as well if you're living in the state that you purchased those bonds in. Nice thing about them is their yields right now are fairly high. But when we look at the full yield, let's say a bond is paying 4%, we also have to consider what's the taxable equivalent yield. Meaning, if I'm getting 4% in a municipal bond, but I'm in a very high federal tax bracket, it might be the same as me getting 6 or 6.5% in a different bond or a different source that might be providing income for me or dividend to me. So the tax efficiency of a municipal bond is you can't underlook it. It's very important to a lot of investors, and it's something where it might fit well into your portfolio. So most importantly, understanding a municipal bond and how they work is very important. An individual bond, you may be tied into it for a little bit of time. Otherwise, maybe you have to pay a penalty or break it or whatever it might be. In a mutual fund of municipal bonds, you can usually pull money in and out as well, a little bit more liquid. So just be aware municipal bonds are out there. They're available, and they're really nice to have in a portfolio, especially if you're a higher net worth individual or looking for some consistent stream of income that necessarily is not taxable by the federal government. So if you'd like to find out more about other investments or ways that we can see if a municipal bond is right for you or your family in your portfolio, please reach out to us at 844-444-YTYM for Your Time, Your Money. You can find us at yourtimeyourmoney.net if you'd like a list of all other episodes that we've done. And you can always reach us at 43 British American Boulevard in Latham, 12110. If you'd like to schedule a time, please go to our website, click the contact, and schedule an appointment with one of my partners or myself, and we'd be happy to sit down with you and talk about your investment options. And as always, it's your time and your money.